up, guys? We are 4 weeks out right now. It's 28 days till showtime, or 29 days till showtime. Getting ready to go to the gym. It's going to be a back day. We're going to try to really kill this. This is a high carb day for me, so I'm feeling pretty good. But I want to give you guys, people talking about my weight, I'm not going to weigh this, or I'm not going to weigh that. So, I've had a couple of meals in, so this is not my morning weight, but as you can see, I don't got rolls of quarters in my pocket. I don't have shoes on. I don't have a jacket on. I don't have a hoodie on. I don't have anything on, so I'm going to get on the scale to show you guys what it really is at a 4 in a gallon. Here we go, magic number. 269.6. So there we are with 2 meals in today and get ready to go train. We got about 150 carbs down, so let's go knock this out, and I'll give you guys a little bit of my thoughts here soon. What's up, guys? This little recap of week 5. We are 4 weeks out right now. To the point, in my prep that, it seems to me like the 5 to 8 weeks out marker is always the hardest part for me because the carbs are low, the cardio is kind of high, and it's like sometimes you don't see the end in sight because you're like, wow, I got like 8 more weeks of this. This is misery. But, when you get to 4 weeks out, you start getting in shape, you start really seeing the pieces of the puzzle come together and realize everything you worked for is starting to really show. You've seen your hard work, that you put in the off season. And, now it's like I feel like I'm kind of, my training is more kind of running on adrenaline, like I'm not really running on energy, but I'm running on excitement. And, I know that, every single workout counts. And, we're just counting the days down at this point, trying to make sure that I stay focused and everything goes as planned. So, this week my weight has went down a little bit, but, not significantly. We're holding in the mid to low 260s in the morning. So, when I told people I predicted I would be in the mid 250s on stage, I still think that's probably about where I'm going to be at. My conditioning, I'm actually very happy with where I'm at right now. So I started my diet earlier this year, as most of you guys know. And my conditioning, I feel like today I have either matched, I don't think I've surpassed, but I feel like I have matched my conditioning from 3 to 5 days out from the Orlando Pro prior to peaking. So I think that I'm doing really good. So I have pretty much about 4 more weeks to just fine-tune every single detail that I can to make sure that I'm on point. So, at this point, I have been able, my body's coming in really fast. So I've not actually, I guess when I'm coming in so fast, my ideal is to be able to push my carbs up a little bit and lower my cardio nice and steadily, doing them both at the same time. And by doing so, I'm not gonna come in flat. It's gonna be able to preserve more muscle. And by being able to push my carbs up as I lead into the show, it's gonna create more of a fuller look, and it's gonna make the muscle, it's gonna make the skin, tight, because the muscle's gonna be pushing against it, and that's the look that we're going for. I'm not a guy I've never been a guy that's relied on size. I've never been the biggest guy there at the show. And I'm not someone that's ever going to play the size game because I know what wins shows, and that's being hard and being in shape. I learned this at my first technical open show in 2010. As an adult, I competed as a teenager in 2007 and 8. I worked with Shelby Starnes in 2010, and I really wanted to be a heavyweight at this show. I had it in my head that I was going to be a heavyweight, and basically Shelby he just kept pushing the cardio to me and slicing the food and told me I wasn't in shape. And at the end of the day, he pushed me hard enough that I didn't think that I always thought I would be a guy to have kind of smoother glutes and smoother hamstrings. That he taught me that if I pushed myself hard enough that I could get there. And he taught me something that my body, it's a mind over matter. That if you don't mind, it doesn't matter, pretty much. So if you're willing to put in the work, your hard work will show on game day. So I learned that I can get in shape, and that's what's really taking me, this part of my career. By the scale, you guys can see that I'm not going to be the heaviest guy in the show, but people need to realize I'm only about 5'8" as well, so that's something else to take into consideration. I think with this year, the amount of muscle that I've put on is going to significantly show, and I think that it will be enough for me to stand up there with some of the top guys, even though that I'm still a rookie. This year, I've also it's also kind of came to my point, as far as staying healthy in the gym, as you guys will see in these videos, that I've been doing a lot more stretching. I want to keep, my spinal, everything, like basically top to bottom. I want to stay healthy. I've had, just a few little nags and pains here and there. Nothing, that I really have to be concerned about, but I don't want to be that guy that when I'm 45, it hurts to get out of bed. So I've been trying to just take care of myself, and you guys will see in the Raising Compton series, I'm not sure which video it's going to come out on, but, I go to the chiropractor, very frequently, have him adjust me and take care of me. Well, a lot of the stuff, you can't rely just on the chiropractor or the massage therapist to take care of you. You have to take things into your own hand, because unless you are fortunate enough to be able to go every single day or have the money to go every single day, for me, it's sometimes maybe not even a money issue, it's a convenience factor, because my guy is an hour away, and when I'm in prep, the last thing I really want to do is go hop in the car and get on the road for an hour each way. So you learn to use a foam roller, you learn to utilize what's around you, and this year, this prep I've been training with Matt, and as you guys can see that he has been helping me with some actual manual stretching, which, basically post-workout, he helps me with, it depends on how tight I am, depending on what I need. Sometimes we do it, sometimes we don't, but it's always a good tool to be able to have, because sometimes it's hard to actually stretch yourself in the way that you need to. And give you guys a little heads up that at some point in the near future, as I told you guys last week, that, Hani Rambar came in and checked on me. And I'm sure some of you guys saw the pictures of me and Dallas in the same gym. Dallas came up. So keep an eye out. There should be a new FST7 video coming out in the very near future. Hopefully, right after the Arnold, as soon as we get some editing done. But I'm looking forward to that. This is my first DVD series. I think it's going to be a really big hit. We really put some hard work into this, and the workout was to the point I almost puked on it. So it was it's going to be the real deal when you guys get a chance to see it. But aside from that, just having some thoughts. This week, me and Matt, we have some random conversations, and we kind of talked about how people's goals, different people have different goals. They think, bodybuilding, a lot of people think it's easy and stuff, but they don't realize a lot of times, the work ethic that goes into this, because I notice with average people, most people are what I call munchers or free grazers, in the sense that they'll have their meals, but they don't even a lot of times realize they're having snack food or junk food in between meals. It's not that they're necessarily cheating on their diets or anything down those lines. Like, it's literally the fact that they don't even realize it. So it's just a matter of keeping your keeping your eyes on the ball. This prep, I've dieted on a lot less food this prep. So as I've gotten older, I've become a little more appreciative of food. So it's like when I see or smell food, I'm it picks up on my senses. But I know it's game time and I have to do what I have to do. So, we haven't had anything that's been off my plan. All of my food has been very planned out. As you guys can see in my Instagram pictures, my high carb days are not always the typical rice and yam days, but at this point in my prep, I have decided to go ahead and cut that. That way, whenever I start my carbing up, the prior week before the show, I kind of know how many carbs it's going to take, and it gives me a little bit more of a better prediction of what I'm going to need to make sure that I'm dialed in and I'm peaked, come showtime. That being said, this has been a very, very productive week. I'm very happy with where my body has went and how things have changed. And I'm actually thinking, a lot of people have talked about some of the pictures floating around the internet that I've specifically asked to not be disclosed. But I think, I'm to the point I'm happy enough with my conditioning, and I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I think maybe the next week to 10 days, I may throw you guys a little sneak peek of, what's about to come in Columbus, just so the other guys are doing it. So, give you guys a little something to talk about, and see what you guys think about what I've done this year. That was, looks like, about 9 minutes.